Hello, everybody. It is another week, another XGR, where the XPound Gaming Radio, for those not in the know, and now you
XGR
are.
Gaming Radio.
At some point, we got to bring
In
back
the
the
morning.
morning. Yeah, we got to bring that back too.
Even though it's at night.
They don't need to know
The
that. It's
ivory
morning
tower.
somewhere.
Friggin' Tachi, I'm sure it's morning for him or something. Time's always weird where there you are.
It's not even morning for me at the moment, since your clocks are forward. This is actually all night for me. For 20 minutes.
I'm scared.
20 minutes time, I just need to scream out, in the morning. No.
Just randomly.
Yeah, just randomly. You're like, what? It's past midnight.
Yeah. All right, so first we're going to go through the up to two news stories from the previous week, and then our catch-up section talking about up to two games that we played the previous week, and then our topic, which is the recently announced Nintendo going into mobile game development. Not like directly through them, but through another company, a partnership / almost sounded like a hostile takeover based on like the thing I had, but I was like, what? But anyway, they announced the NX. That's almost the extent of what we can mention there. But I do have one funny thing about that. We'll get to there. As we do, we're going to start off with the news. So with your first news, take it away, Mole.
Okay, I'll start with my smallish news. Well, it's the one that will impact the most people here. Online co-op is officially coming to Resident Evil Revelations 2's Raid Mode on March 31st for all platforms, Capcom announced this week. At this point, only split-screen co-op is supported, or via SharePlay on PS4, as we've done. But speaking to IGN, Capcom clarified that online would come onto Raid Mode as a free software update on March 31st. Back to you.
So is it not even in the box one then either?
No, it'll just be an update for that as well.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. Cool.
I look forward to be able to play with you guys.
I know.
Yay!
That would be cool.
I leveled up a round of characters to level 5.
Yeah, and I did purchase the other day. I did purchase the Throwback Pack and Wesker. Yay!
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Not those costumes. Fuck those costumes.
Oh, those costumes, I actually looked at them because I was like, if they're not so ugly, I'll get them. But no, they were fucking ugly. There was no doubt about it. They were ugly.
And that's coming from her. Have you seen her outfits, people?
Oh, fuck you. My outfits are awesome.
This is like if Triple H went, ooh, that's burying someone.
Fuck you.
I kind of want to say that just once. It would throw everybody off.
Yeah.
All right, so your first bit of news?
All right. Yeah. So you already knew this was happening, but it's happened now. Elder Scrolls Online. Woohoo! You can log on to your account and download 17 gigs worth of MMORPG and pick up where they left off. You know? Woohoo! Or you can purchase a new copy for $59 and no need to hand over any monthly subscriptions. Yeah! X1 and PS4 will be out in June.
Buying that in June.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna do that because I want to play that with you guys.
I want to play that with you guys. And you will help me become a vampire.
I will definitely help you become a vampire if you help me become a werewolf.
I will gladly throw you to wolves. And then we shall play the game.
Nice.
No, I will help you become a wolf. Just because you're a wolf doesn't mean you have to be a lone wolf.
Haha.
Thank you. So I'm a vampire, you're a werewolf. Fuck it, we can help Rick to become a Frankenstein, as people call it. Even though that's inaccurate, because that was the name of the doctor, not the fucking monster, but still.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's inaccurate because Frankenstein has hair.
Yeah. Somebody else's, but...
Well, Richter, would you like to become the stay-at-home mummy gamer?
Oh.
Oh, that's horrible.
And yes, he's the monster, but as we've learned from Captain Marvel's name change, he'll eventually be just Frankenstein.
Well, I was thinking, if I'm a Khajiit character and I'm also a werewolf, wouldn't I be a werecat?
Yep. And you would fight
Yeah.
yourself.
I'd fight myself regardless.
Yep, which means it will require an entire gun of 9 silver bullets to kill you.
There you go.
That's OP.
Logic.
Better not miss a shot or else you're fucked.
I never miss.
All right, so for my first little bit of news, there's a little teaser trailer announcing that Goat Simulator is going to be on the Xbox One. I believe it was in April. They said they would. They didn't give a date or any other specifics, but
Shut the fuck up, Goat Simulator! Oh my god, I can't believe it's finally fucking coming to the Xbox One! God, you know how long I've been fucking waiting for this? Not at all.
I have to ask, does it use Kinect? So you have to make the actions of your body to steer him? Because that'd be mind-numbingly, insanely fun.
That should be a
I
thing.
don't know. Literally, their trailer was like a shot of a goat, like chewing. Like there was nothing to it.
Oh, well, that'd be cool though. Kinect, just use your body to go, oh, do all the shaky, crazy stuff. Like,
That would be
as
fun.
kids open up the living room thing and see Daddy doing it, like, Mummy, come quick! I think Daddy's having a stroke. He's like, no, look at the TV. He's playing Goat Simulator. Like, oh, that Daddy. As they go back
Who else but
upstairs to work
Daddy?
on doing the taxes. I don't know why I like the idea that Richter's kids don't play games, they just do taxes and number crunching, and Richter plays the games and with the action figure. I don't know why.
That'd be funny.
I still think in my head it's canon when the kid's like, Daddy, can I play a game? Sure you can. They sit on his lap. He holds a controller, and his kid holds a controller, except only his is plugged in. Oh yeah, you're totally doing it. And that's when his kids play games, and that's it.
That's also how Marcus plays when he's at Marcus's house.
That
Come on, little buddy, he pats his lap.
would be hilarious.
These controls suck. Why isn't it doing anything? God damn it.
And now buck up, son, as he like does a mock punch to the chin. Oh, it's horrible.
Horribly funny.
Yeah, it would be funny.
Okay, so with your second bit of news, take it away, Mole.
Okay, this is the news that made me go ooh the most, but I know this will impact the least here. But Sony has announced PlayStation Now is set to kick off a closed beta in the UK this spring. The streaming service, which is set to allow PS4 owners to play older PS3 games via the cloud, will be available for free during the first stage of the beta. Those who are interested in participating should register their interest now. Yes, I've already signed up for that beta. And I'm not kidding with that. That might sound sarcastic. I'm not kidding. I have signed up. I really do like the idea of PlayStation Now, and I'm hoping it's done good. Though the full list of games available during this beta is yet to be revealed. It's apparently going to include Uncharted 2, The Last of Us, God of War Ascension, Rayman Legend, yay! Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, yay! Saints Row the Third, yay! Just Cause 3, yay! The Walking Dead, and Dirt 3, yay! And I did not add those noises, they were literally in the announcement. Or in my head when I heard the announcement.
That would be funny if that was part of the announcement.
Yeah,
Just saying it, and he's like, yay!
Well, which Walking Dead is it?
The Walking Dead.
Like the Telltale first one?
Well, I'll
First
assume
one?
it. I assume it's the Telltale first one because the second one's called The Walking Dead Season 2. The first one wasn't actually called Season 1, it was just called The Walking Dead. And the shitty first-person one was actually called The Walking Dead Survival Instinct or some shit. So
Okay.
it's based on the fact that's the only game called The Walking Dead, it has to be that one.
I'm just making sure, you know.
I know, I'm just saying my process of elimination.
They can be tricksy.
I'd love it if they added Walking Dead, like the shitty first-person one, and that's like its official title from now on.
Yeah. I'll be honest, if they have that on the streaming service when the service is free, I have no problem playing that.
Yeah.
I look forward to them adding Duck Dynasty.
Nice.
But no, like I said, I'm looking forward to PlayStation Now. I understand not everyone likes the pricing system of it and stuff, but I like the idea that, because I believe you can purchase games on it, or can you only stream? At one point they said you were allowed to purchase them and then you can stream them forever.
I don't know. I thought I was only renting it this time.
I might just be renting it this time, but I like the idea because let's say like a game that, like one that came out this week, which I'll be picking up tomorrow, of 5-Star Wrestling, I could easily turn around and purchase that on PS3 and use SharePlay.
Yeah.
Because it's PS4, so that's one of the benefits. Like, like if it's on there and you could purchase it, I'd totally pick up Digimon. How was it? Digimon, whatever the fuck that new one is, All Star Rumble or something.
All-Star Battle Rumble or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted that game, and then the more and more it got closer to the release date, I will admit it looked more if that makes sense, but I don't know if that was just me.
I was disappointed with the roster. That's what kind of put me off of that game.
It has the little orange dinosaur. What more do you need?
The people I like.
How can you not like him? He's that Pikachu.
I know. Yeah, Agumon's okay. Or Greymon's better. I like his higher forms. His highest form. But...
And I was kidding. Like, not everyone likes Pikachu.
Yup.
I like Pikachu. I don't like Raichu, and I don't like Pichu. But I like Pikachu.
I like Raichu.
You would. You're
You
weird.
know, evolve that shit for day one, but...
No, I always refused him to evolve. I wouldn't let him evolve. I'm like, no, you will not evolve my Pikachu.
I wanted to see if he evolved him, and I got to trade him back. The Raichu followed me, but it didn't work, so I took it, so I didn't save it, and got him back.
It's like I didn't let my Togepi evolve either, because I like Togepi. I don't like his evolved forms. I'm weird, I know.
That's cool.
I found him to be quite excellent.
Ha!
Thank you. But back to Richter.
All right. So with your second bit of news, take it away, Pew.
Alright, well... No, I'm good. Steam now requires disclosures of paid endorsements. A clause, a newly released Steam agreement, requires people to disclose when they have received compensation for promotions or endorsements. If you look at Section 6, Paragraph C in the agreement, in the new Steam, it reads as follows. If you use the Steam services, the Steam Curators list, or the Steam Broadcasting service to promote or endorse a product, service, event in return for any kind of consideration from a third party, including non-monetary rewards such as free games, you must clearly indicate the source of such consideration to your audience. They had a similar rule back in 2014, but that was only for a monetary rewards or promotions or endorsements. And this is a response to Valve was given a horrible grade at the Better Business Bureau. So that's what this brought up this whole thing pretty much, or at least so they say.
What? Valve was given a horrible business? No, impossible. It's Valve. They're the ones who are going to destroy console gaming forever.
They were given a very poor grade, so this is to suit the Better Business Bureau that they're trying to be fair in trade. So
that might just be me that scoffs at that, but I always scoff when they say, yeah, the Steam machines are going to completely make people no longer want a PS4 and Xbox One.
No, because there's 15 Steam machines, and probably all of them are way out of my price range.
Yeah. I'm like...
Maybe the shittiest one. Second shittiest.
Don't get me wrong.
That way someone will be below me.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I wouldn't purchase a Steam machine. I'm just saying I don't think they will bankrupt or make it so people will never buy PS4s or Xbox Ones or consoles, because at the end of the day, I'll still want to buy a PS4. I like the brand I like the PlayStation brand and the Nintendo brand and stuff.
Yeah. And people are still gonna say like, oh, you can still do this on a PC, and the what do you call it? It's not gonna be able to do as many mods as you could do like on an actual PC. And I'm sure like other people will, like, do some shit and be like, you can do this even better on this, and then we're gonna have like freaking console Steam versus PC Steam, and it's gonna be like all stupid. What's the next thing I future predict?
Nice.
I support the idea of the PC people turning on each other.
I just imagine knowing their history, I'm pretty sure, no, Steam on PC is better. No, Steam's on the Steam machine is better. If you don't do the Steam machine, you're not supporting them. It's going to be all shit.
Technically, the Steam machines will support as much of the mods as actual PC themselves, because it's an all entirely based Linux operating system for a lot of them, which allows complete access to users to do what they want, which includes the same amount of modding for stuff like that as you can on regular Steam.
Even, let's just say that's 100% true. I'm sure still 100% sure someone is going to throw a bitch fit that it can't do one thing that another one can, or another one can do something the other one can't. Someone will find something as insignificant, like, this man has one more frame a second, or 0.03 frames more a second, and or
Yeah,
I don't know. They'll find some bullshit thing
Yeah,
that'll make
anyway,
one better than the other.
there will be one thing that'll make them better than the other, but I don't think they'll turn on each other. I still think it's going to be them versus consoles.
I don't know. I
And
kind of want
consoles
to
versus handhelds, and handhelds versus iOS games.
I want to see them turn each other. So that's what I'm predicting.
Mm-hmm. Nice. It's hammer time.
Oh, can't touch it except a wife blade.
Especially when he's in his Speedo, and she can't stop touching this. That's right, your Speedo's canon.
Hey.
Yay.
All right.
Speedo is irresistible.
Fact. I just need Tyson Kidd to endorse me.
And trust me, Pew, better men than you have tried.
Yeah.
All right. So for last bit of news, okay, this comes from Nipponichi, but I thought this was kind of neat. I mentioned this today, that at Anime Kanji 2015, it's a anime convention, they're having a Danganronpa murder mystery that they're putting on there, and they're going to have cosplayers playing as the different characters from it, and then at 10 a.m. on April 4th, Saturday, they're starting with an introduction video, and then basically participants will locate truth. This is from the newsletter. Participants will locate truth bullets throughout the convention center and record the clues provided on the bullets by writing or taking a photo. After collecting these clues, they will turn them in to receive a special gift, allowing them to participate in the class trial, which starts at 6 p.m. So I just thought that was kind of cool that they're, like those dinner murder mystery things where like you eat dinner and there's like a play going on and you try to figure out. It sounds like kind of like that, where it's like, so the people that go to the convention can kind of participate in a little murder mystery and try to figure out. And I'm like, that sounds really cool in the spirit of.
Stuff like that always seems cool. I'm always sad when I find out more and more murder mystery places like that just die out because people are like, well, why do that when I can play a game? It's like, come on, it's just a bit of fun.
I love entertainment theater, like for dinner and stuff. Like all those cool things, or like like Dr. Jekyll's and Hyde's in New York City. That's always fun. They have like a whole murder mystery dinner thing, event play on 4 floors. No matter where you go, it's always a different one, different views and stuff.
Nice.
Richter needs to go. Richter needs to go to that convention. He needs to solve the murder mystery. You can do it, Rick. I have faith in you and your truth billet.
That would be amazing. All right, so now on to the catch-up section. So with the games you played this week, take it away, Pew.
I played one game this week, and it was Resident Evil Revelation. I messed that up. Damn it. Oh,
Revolutions.
well. No, it's Revelation. Fuck you, keep trying to mess me up when I'm saying stuff, and I already have bad enough record on my own. I don't need your help. I finally broke the habit of calling Arrow Archer, and then my mom started doing it, which didn't help either. And I finally broke that, so no more. But this game is actually really fun, and I'm actually invested in the story. And I played like a bunch of Resident Evil games, but I mean casually, like I didn't really give a shit what I was doing or what characters. I'm like, oh, I'm killing things. Okay, cool. But this one I actually am invested in, so that's cool. I like the characters, and it's interesting, and I'm really interested in the story and stuff. It's awesome. I like trading between people, and I like that other people can heal me and things. That's really cool.
Did you play the raid mode at all?
I did. I played the raid mode. I got like a few characters up to level 5. So when I play with Mole, I'll have like a few range of characters to play with.
Nice. And you also played split screen with Mole.
Yes, I did. That was also fun.
As did Rick.
Yep, that is really fun.
Yeah, that was one of the games I've played this week as well, Resident Evil Revelations 2. I love how much it's closer to the old school for the story, for the old school Resident Evils. That's wonderful, because I still stand by the fact for survival horror, you can't beat the original Resident Evils. I mean, you know what I mean? They were like the masters, in my opinion, but then obviously the later ones weren't. Later ones were shit. But the Revelation series did try and go back to that, which is cool, and raid mode is unbelievably fun as well for different reasons, like 2 completely different games. Which that's fun.
All right, so did you want to talk about yours then, Mole?
Okay, yeah.
Unless Stacy had more to add.
It's just freaking awesome. I mean, I love the characters, like tradability. I actually care like the story whether they live or die, you know. And it's interesting, and the puzzles aren't too hard for me to figure out. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of guessing bullshit or whatever.
Well, some. I say some because I know you chose to leave the optional graveyard puzzle that you had to figure out how to hit. Like,
yeah, but I didn't have to do that, so it was totally optional.
How to hit 4 of these this puzzle, Rick. There's like a sea of graveyards, and you have to choose 4 exactly right in the right order. And it opens up a doorway so you can go and get this awesome automatic rifle.
I didn't feel like doing it at the time, and rifles aren't my favorite one, so I'm like, I'll go back and do it another time, you know, if I'm doing a rifle character or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, makes sense. I chose to do that because I was like, well, let's see how good this weapon is, and boom, it was cool. But my other game I've played this week, can you guess? Dragonball Xenoverse.
What are the odds?
The DLC came out this week.
Yay.
Literally today for me. And the DLC proves what the next DLC has to be. Because you get some story missions that go through some of the events of GT, sort of. Like, you beat Baby, then you beat Super 17, after you've gone through a new Ginyu squad called the Neo Ginyu Squad, Rick. Because this new Ginyu squad, because Ginyu's still a frog, they don't have Captain Ginyu.
They should have a frog Ginyu, yeah.
So the Neo Ginyu is Goldo, Berta, Jace, Raccoon, and their new leader, Nappa. Which, that's just like, okay, that's weird, but okay. And it was kind of fun. You do that, and when you beat Super 17, when you beat Baby, a wormhole sucks him up into it. When you beat Super 17, a wormhole sucks him up into it. And then Trunks and the Supreme Kai of Time is like, oh god, no. You know what this means, don't you? We have to get ready. We have to prepare ourselves for the final battle. Are you ready? And you go, yeah. And that's how it ends. And you look under the names, and it's literally called the GT Saga Part 1. Or first half, sorry. And you get 3 PQs, which are pretty fun. One, you have to go beat Baby, who's ridiculously OP for a giant character. I mean, he's literally the hardest giant character in the game. And the final boss of the main story is actually a giant character, so there's that. And it's like, what? But then there's another one where you have to beat Trunks, Pan, and little Goku.
Little Goku.
Yeah, and he can drop the Super Spirit Bomb, which he hasn't dropped for me. Then after that, there's another one where you have to beat Goku as Super Saiyan 4 and Vegeta Super Saiyan 4. Then they go away and come back as fused Super Saiyan Gogeta 4 Gogeta. And if you do it fast enough, you get revived Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and a Mega Shinron randomly appearing. In what may only be described as some of the most ridiculous health I've seen in an enemy. Like, a Mega Shinron's health bar is like 3 or 4 times the amount I've seen on most characters. It's like, wait, what? He like has 3 health bars where most at the max have 2. It's like, wait, what the hell's going on here?
Got an extra health bar.
Yeah, but that was fun. I did that. There's extra moves to purchase in the store, like Final Shine. You can also get like launches, outfit, Devilman outfit, and stuff like that, which is fun. And they've added 2 new mentors, which I know will please Richter. Tien and Yamcha. Which means you can actually learn, if you master Yamcha, you will actually be able to learn Wolfang first.
Yeah, my friend is super excited about that. He's like, yay, I can finally mentor with my favorite character.
I haven't got Yamcha at the moment, because I was like, whichever one, I've mastered all the other mentors, so I'm like, whichever one shows up first, I'll take, and Tien shows up, so I'm like, well, okay. Tien also does something really weird, when you think about it, it's just really inappropriate.
Does it sound not bald?
Nice. But when you're going through, I'm not sure if you saw any of the mentors and how they worked, Rick, but when you do some bonus mission, you know, when you do like level it up and stuff, right, and you're a little bit impressed, they give you capsules. Hercule gives you Hercule badges. Tien said to me, "Oh, I'm really impressed with how you did now," and he literally gave me his pants. Which, when you think about it in terms of a game, it's like, cool, I got his pants, I can put them on, I can get the stat boosts or decrease in this case and stuff like that. But then when you think about it in terms of real life, that would literally be on me saying to Richter, "Oh, you did good at that game, here you go," just taking off my underwear and just chucking them at his face. I don't think he'd be happy. Here you go, have my pants. But you get to do that.
I think you did a really good job. Excuse me while I slide this off.
Yeah. It's like, why give...
Like, whoa, dude, I don't swing that way.
Yeah, why your pants? It makes no sense. But yeah, Yamcha's pants, which I have got from one of the missions, are actually...
Sorry,
what was that, Rick?
I said you beat the pants off of him?
Yeah. It's funnier because his pants dropped in a mission he wasn't on, so why did they steal Yamcha's pants? I don't know. But I got Yamcha's pants. When you put them on, his stat increase is actually ridiculously awesome. It's like a shitload of arrows up for Yamcha's clothes. I'm like, wait, what? But Tien's is like 1 arrow. It's like, oh, okay. But I'm doing that, which, yeah, I've respected my character. He's now more deadly. I've leveled up to maximum Glacier. I've got Candy all the way up to like level 50 something, and Big Green's up to like 20. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do with Big Green. He's just there because I can. But no, I was enjoying the DLC. Like I said, they've added a load of variety, and it's cool to redo some of those missions, and it's always fun to play through it. And it's the GT extra missions and pack they gave you for the DLC is cool. However, because of the story just abruptly ending on a cliffhanger like that, it's like, just release the next pack already. I want a complete story for my DLCs.
Yeah.
You haven't even told us when Pack 2's falling. They have said they're going to be giving us balls in the mail for a while, so that's cool. I literally get Namco Bandai's balls sent to me.
Nice.
With this green thing and a glacier and some candy, it just sounds like, just one kid on a sugar high. Like, look at all this! I get all this sugar, and then I get even more sugar, so I can spend sugar and get more sugar! And it's like, that's all it sounds like. It's like a 5-year-old's, dream.
Yeah. Big Green is a Namekian. Candy is
I
a
don't know what that
Majin.
is.
Glacier is one of Freezer clan. And Mole is a Saiyan.
Okay, I don't know what any of that stuff is, so, is that, consumables? Is that, a thing you can acquire? Is it a
They're
type of
races.
person? Races, okay.
Like Big Green is literally big and green.
Okay.
It was, but I only named him that because there was a horrible dub in the UK of Dragon Ball where everyone was speaking, and suddenly when Piccolo showed up, they're like, Big Green! Big Green! It's like, that's not his name. His name is Piccolo. Big Green! And at one point, one of them, he even mentions, "Oh, I can't believe he almost defeated me, Big Green." And I'm like, no, don't call yourself that. I'd literally Rick the narrator at home. I'd be like, no, can you believe it? They totally beat me, the inevitable bald reviewer. It's like, no, he wouldn't say that. That might be something we might say to him, but no, he shouldn't call himself Big Green. It's like a racist stereotype. It'd be like an African American calling himself Big Black. It doesn't work. And
I'm
everyone
sure
else
someone
calling
has
him.
done it somewhere.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. But yeah. But in the story of the game, they mention there's alternate timelines and portals to stuff like the horrible Broly stuff and all that. So I'm like, okay, if the movies are counted and they are alternate worlds, like GT is counted for an alternate dimension, I shall make Big Green from an alternate dimension from the UK horrible movie dub. Which, FYI, they do make a point in that of something slightly funny. They have GT, obviously, on the story missions, Rick. And Trunks gets to see GT Trunks. Future Trunks finally gets to see GT Trunks. And he's completely embarrassed by him. He even mentioned, "Oh, can you believe I controlled my other? Can you believe I managed to? My other self was able to be controlled that easily." And the Supreme Kai of Time goes, "Well, to be fair, you did get controlled by," mentions the main bad guy of the game, and he's like, "No, shut up! This isn't me. That's not me. That's a me that's not me. That's a me that's different to me." And she's like, "Do you hear yourself right now?" He's like, "That's not me." And he just doesn't seem to like GT Trunks. So I'm like, yes, it's so wonderful. It makes me laugh. But yeah, that was the game I played this week: Dragonball Xenoverse and Resident Evil Revelations 2. Back to Richter.
All right. So for me this week, first one, always got to mention it: contractual obligations for no reason. No, that'd be funny. Played some more Monster Hunter, of course. Had my friend over yesterday, and
Oh, Rick, do you know how cheap it is to just keep repeating the same game every week just because it has certain drops and stuff that happen to be different? Oh, wait. Never mind, continue.
Yeah, still no. Oh man, I want the Mega Man DLC and the Samus stuff, but anyway,
we need to get pure weekly game.
Yes.
So you can have Goat Simulator.
She has, I don't know. She had not the Walking Dead collection, but the Telltale collection. I don't know what happened.
And I'm waiting on Oh wait, I do have the Telltale ones, all of them now, and I just got the last one of the Resident Evil thing, and another Borderlands one.
Yeah, I was making a joke because me and Victor have two games that, at their core, have very similar properties. If that makes sense, and we just keep doing the same one every week. It was just a joke, but my bad, Pew. But back to
Speaking of like the month of Dragon Age you and me had.
Yeah.
You should play that again.
James Phoenix's Summer of Dragon Age.
It quickly becomes summer, winter, fall, spring, and everything else because the videos aren't put out on time.
Exactly. He's not going to hear this, so we can make fun of him.
Fuck James' mom, that's right.
Spoiler alert, he's watching right now. No, I'm kidding.
I doubt
Back to Monster Hunter.
All right. Probably the biggest thing this week that was just funny to me. No one that plays the game will find this funny, or no one that doesn't play the game. So if you play the game, you'll find this funny. If not, you'll be like, oh, I don't get it. But that's okay. For the one person out there that hears this that also plays Monster Hunter, that's not me. But I was fighting one of the guys offline, and just started. He's like one of the big rocky dragons. Like he's actually just covered in rocks.
Are you hoping Jeff is going to hear this? Is that the one person?
No. No, he has no idea who monsters are.
I think you're being way too
I'm gonna
specific
see
here.
Oh no, I'm just assuming that there's one out there.
I think you're overestimating them.
Hi, Crispy.
Probably. Yay.
I only said that because I know Crispy plays them all on DS and stuff.
But so I was fighting the one monster, the Black Gravios. I didn't name him. That's what he's actually called. And but then when I was sitting there fighting him, this thing comes up out of the ground, and I thought it was like one of the herbivores because it was smaller than him. So I thought it was like one of the little dinosaur, like normal, like way less threatening dinosaurs. And I was just like, oh look, he's coming up out of the ground. I don't know why he'd do that. The monster's still here. And then my brain kind of clicked, and I was like, hey, that kind of looks like a Devil Joe. And then I was like, oh god. And then like the music changed, and he looked smaller than it, which was funny that this guy dwarfs that guy. And because basically in Try and 3 Ultimate, once you get to the high rank, there's a monster called Devil Joe who he'll show up in quests, and he's really, but like the time he shows up, he's super threatening, so like he can easily kill you, and he gets angry a lot, and he's not nice. And like I hadn't seen him, and I wasn't sure if he would still show up, and like I knew he's in the game, but I wasn't sure if he would show up like he did in the other one. And I went through like several missions. I played it like something like 90 hours, and I didn't see him at all. And then I see him right then. He's just like, hey, you forget about me? And I was like, yeah, I kind of did. And so I was just, there's a whole string of like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, because there's children there. And one of my kids was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I can't swear while you're here, that's what. Because usually, if like you're playing online when he shows up, usually someone goes, oh shit, and then you like, no, uh-oh. And you like, that's like, for some reason, that's like the call of, he's here. And then like, or it'll be like that, or someone will just go, run! Like they'll type run in the text, which is always hilarious to see on like the Wii and the Wii U one. You see run, you're like, huh? You turn the camera and you see him there, and you just go, oh shit! And you just run out of the room because he's not fun. He's very mean.
I always like enemies.
He's very mean.
Yeah.
Very mean. Not very nice.
He's.
I'm just imagining like tell his kids like he's very mean. He never used please and thank yous and didn't close doors behind them, but didn't like hold open doors and
And he eats food off the floor.
He food off the floor and didn't finish his dinner and didn't do what he was told and this is what happens. You turn into a nasty dinosaur if you don't listen to your parents.
He doesn't actually do what he's told, and he does actually eat food off the floor. He's a very hungry dude. But the other game I played this week was some Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. Yay! Made some characters because they have a lot more parts. It seems like the parts that were DLC for 8 were just added, and then there's obviously more DLC parts. I didn't buy any of those. There's some new weapon types in there. There's like, which I think some of them were DLC. I don't know if all of them were. 4.8 that I didn't actually purchase, but they come with this one. But there's like really goofy boots to kick, so I made a dude that's like a kicking guy because he looks kind of neat. There's like these weird kind of like blades that you hold, but a lot of the moves they like swoop around, so you're not exactly flying, but it's some of the moves do kind of like you glide or whatever. They're not big enough to do that. It's just they're just kind of goofy. So I made a guy with that. I made a guy that I think kind of looks like King Arthur, so I named him Arthur. And then I have a new favorite weapon for just how silly it is. Because you thought the canoe / arm blade was really good. Oh man, they got a better one. This one dude has like a bench. So he's carrying like it looks kind of like a stool, but it's a little bit longer. But he's got like a bench, and some of the moves like the combo enders, he'll jump up, like throw it down, and like land on it like reclining. Like, and one of the moves he'll like lean up against it, and I don't know if it like restores health or whatever, but so I was like, that's awesome. That's so I made like an ancient Chinese wrestler. I named him like DeLucha or something like that, and I gave him that weapon. So he's supposed to be like a wrestler, and he like hits people with a table. And I gave him like the wrestling themed special moves. So he has like a big pile driver. He's got a jumping power bomb.
Sounds pretty badass.
Yeah, he's pretty fun. I think he's funny looking. And I'm like, I like him. But yeah, so the canoe, funny. The bench, even better. I have no idea what they'll add. I'm hoping for a steel chair. Like might as well just do it. But so far, they added more stuff to do. Not like because before when you were like a person, you could like you still did the like planning, like, oh, you're gonna buy troops or upgrade or whatever. But now in addition to the like skirmishes where you could like lower their troop count or whatever, make them easier to invade or just outright invade, now they have like quests that you can do for people to make them like you better, and it's like really tiny missions. So it's like go fight these wolves or whatever really quickly, and you go kill like some wolves, or there's like protect this weapon cart or whatever, and you just kill bandits. Like, and I don't know, it's not super major addition, but it's like, oh, okay, you added more of me killing things. So it's like, I didn't start as a ruler for this run. I started as like just a nobody, and oh my god, it's probably gonna take forever to do anything, but it's pretty cool. I'm liking it so far.
Nice.
I've not tried online yet though.
I'm looking forward to getting that game. I saw they did a free-to-play version. I was like, part of me was tempted, but I was like, no, because that'll just annoy me more. But is it a massive upgrade from 7, or is there or is there new modes or anything?
Not really any new modes that I saw. Just there's more stuff you can create. It's relatively minor. Like you can make a banner, which is assembling it from various pieces. I think you can do it from a picture off your hard drive, but I don't have any. Like for some parts of the stuff, but you can like customize a war horse, troop types, so you can like pick what armor and color and stuff it is. So like it's like really minor stuff that they've added, but it's still kind of cool. I'd rather it there than not. It's kind of funny. Just pick your own troop types, and you can like make them match your characters. So like the King Arthur dude, since he's in like all gold, I could make troops that have like golden armor, so they kind of match him more, and make him a horse that maybe looks more like a horse he might have had, or give him like a white, like super like Shadowfax or whatever. Give him one of those like, horses like that. But yeah.
Yeah, that does sound, even though it's a small thing, that does sound much better due to the fact when I was playing 7, I know you're meant to be in charge of your own empire at a certain point. Why wouldn't you customize them so they feel like your empire? That makes perfect sense.
Yep.
That sounds cool.
It is pretty fun.
I look forward to playing, Rick.
Yay.
I should come into your empire and be like, oh my god, that's amazing. He's actually put his little bald symbol that he uses on this podcast as his flag. Yay!
I should do that. I need to put that on my PS4 and see if I can show that on there. That'd be awesome.
That's going to be your banner. I'll just be like, really? Yes! Okay. But your character, yeah, he doesn't sound bald. Richter says, like, Richter's kicked you from the game.
Well, yeah. I should make a guy that's like my guy. It's like me, and then give him that banner. All right, so now we'll go on to our topic du jour for the Nintendo's announcing that they were going to partner with, was it DNA? I'm not sure if you're supposed to say it or if you're supposed to, if it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you're supposed to say it out or spell it out.
Yeah, it looks like it could be either D-E-N-A or Dina.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it Dina because it's Cena with a D.
Nothing wrong with that name.
But yeah, so they announced on, what was this one? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, that they are entered in a business and capital alliance to develop and operate new game apps for smart devices and build a new multi-device membership service for consumers worldwide. That second part actually scared me more than the first one. Like, I was like, oh, great. Like, the people who are still figuring out the online stuff are going to make a membership service, like Nintendo Plus. But,
theirs was the only service still up over the holidays.
I know. Because they weren't targeted.
No, it's because it's unstoppable. That's how this works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's because they weren't targeted.
I feel it's like when the like Mac people are like, oh, Macs are better because they have less viruses, and you just point out that because there's not enough users to be worth targeting viruses for. They're like, no, they want to hit a lot of people, so they go to PC. And Mac people are like, no, and you're like, good argument.
Yeah, the reason Macs have less viruses is because the people making the viruses probably have a PC, so they know how to make it for that infrastructure.
Yeah.
Ironically, the more you encourage people to get Macs, the more likely it is eventually there's going to be a virus.
Exactly.
But I just thought that was funny because I remember it was like 2 weeks before Christmas when stuff like that, people would talk about Smash Brothers and playing it online, and people were doing it. And a load of Xbox and Sony fans were like, Nintendo has online? ? Like it was like they were suddenly making some sort of great new statement no one's ever made before. 2 weeks later, then their internet's down, and everyone and the Nintendo people are like, yep, we're still playing Smash Brothers. How's your internet? And it's like, that's just brilliant. It's like when PC games like, oh, every game looks better on the PC than console, and suddenly they get a game like The Crew or something like that that's not made in good resolution on the PC, but is on consoles, and they don't like that.
No, they don't. They're like, ooh, that makes me cranky.
They're like, that means
They're
like that means they're horrible, horrible designers. Why? Because the PC one should be better. Okay, great point.
Yeah.
Riveting.
Yeah, you sure told them.
Boo! I'm gonna think twice before I pirate their games again.
There you go.
But no, yeah, they announced the smart device partnership, and they also announced bringing smart device service to the Wii U and 3DS too, which I'm intrigued. I will admit I am a little intrigued by that. On one side, I like it because it's a great business strategy for Nintendo. Because one thing they do well is games. They make good games. They make good games that anyone can access. They make games that are overly addictive and stuff like that. That's perfect for the iOS type market. It's perfect to just bring in all this and it's going to make them shitloads of revenue and all this. On the flip side, I like it because one of the best part about buying a 3DS or Wii U is knowing that that's the only device that you're going to be able to play Legend of Zelda or Mario on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they've made themselves more money, but I feel like they may have cheapened their brand just slightly.
I hear that.
But I don't know. That's my take on the smart device part, at least.
Isn't like the smart device more hackable? Like, would you put it on more platforms? Like, more people have it, so like more people figure out ways to like hack it and shit.
It is. My guess is it's probably going to be like the virtual console games. I don't think they're going to make like Legend of Zelda, a link between iPhones.
That'd be amazing. It'd be like that with that stupid game that someone made, The Legend of Zelda, the lampshade of no real significance.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and they need to do these games right. They need to make them like proper iOS games, like da-da-da-da, Link opens up a box, raises an item above his head. Would you like to use the Master Sword? Please please pay an extra $10. Wait, what?
It's a freemium game.
Yeah.
I would say that
like that'd be horrible. Where you have to pay for each item.
That would be very, very bad, which is why I could see that happening. But for the they might have put some of the like virtual console on there, but they do specifically state that they are going to develop and operate new game apps based off Nintendo's IP. So yeah, they probably will have a link between iOS devices and Mario Runner and Luigi's Jump Challenge and Flappy Yoshi and stuff like that.
In all fairness, as much as I love Legend of Zelda, I have not liked their like any portable console games. So like they made a bunch of Zeldas I didn't play before. There's just gonna be a whole bunch of other ones that probably not interest me, and it'll keep going on.
Yeah, in my opinion, it needs to be the games they put on there. In my opinion, should be iOS types of games like that Pokemon puzzle game that's on the iOS on the DS.
Oh, the Puzzle World thing.
Yeah, that would totally make sense. However, I think it would hurt it if there's like an exclusive Super Mario that's actually part of the main series or a main Legend of Zelda. If it's like something like, I don't know, Link's Crossbow Training, the app style game where you move your phone round and it's like, oh, okay, touch the screen to shoot arrows. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But if it's an actual full one, that could hurt it.
Yeah, it very easily
That'd
could.
piss a lot of people off. It's like, what, you're just giving this shit away to fucking like assholes who don't even support you?
I am totally looking forward to Pokemon Apple and Pokemon Void. That should never happen.
I'm looking forward to them making a special mobile version of their hit franchises that then annoy the fans who swear to never buy it again, and then are excited for Mario 1.5 coming out on the Wii U that includes versions of those games that they never played.
Happen.
Yeah.
That will probably.
Or I just took it a dig at Kingdom Hearts fans. I don't know.
I like Kingdom Hearts, but I don't care. So.
But just because like a lot of them I saw were just like, oh, I love that series. Well, I'm not gonna buy a system to play it though. And then like 2.5 or 1.5, and like, yeah, I can play those games that I didn't want to buy before. I'm like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I will say that I bought those and played the games that I didn't like, and I didn't think I was going to like them again. But I gave them another shot just to try to convince me again, and I never actually liked to change my opinion on those games at all. I still didn't like them then. I didn't like them when they were on a different console.
And if it helps, I mentioned when I played the Kingdom Hearts 1.5, I found the first game, I was like, really, people like this? It seems really bad from the storytelling point and all that, because it was like replacing all the heroes you love with a complete Mary Sue. But then I liked the second one on the disc, Rechain of Memories, or whatever it was called, where basically it becomes Bleach, and oh my god, they've got the robes, and they're basically like Soul Reapers, and I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome! It's a unique, brand new story, and you're not just shitting over the characters. Nice! And then I loaded Kingdom Hearts fans like, we don't like that. Why? Why would you like that? Well, the card system, you have to think before you make actions.
I love the story.
Yes,
I love the story of the second of the Chain of Memories. I just did not like the gameplay and like all the technical parts about it. But story-wise, I think it's the best one.
Yeah, see, I loved the gameplay with that one just because with the other one, whenever I spoke to people playing the first Kingdom Hearts, their strategy for most of the bosses was, yeah, just go behind them and spam like fuck. I'm like, oh, well, that's a good game, I suppose. This one, you actually have to think about what your actions are going to be and think about your next action, and you know what I mean? It's sort of like I know Richter likes strategy RPGs. It's got sort of that element to it. I like that element because it makes me think, and it means I don't just have to go behind an enemy and spam a button.
All right.
And then it's like, no, do this, and then Kingdom Hearts fans like, nope, we don't like that. But yeah, the smartphone stuff, like I said, it could help Nintendo, to be fair, though, because the iOS, to be fair, iOS and handhelds and mobile devices and stuff like that, as much as we insult them, and we know all gamers insult them, there's a big-ass market there, and if they can do it right, that could be a gateway of getting these people to be like, oh my god, I loved this Mario series. Oh my god, I loved this Legend of Zelda character. I loved Zelda with his little green hat. And then they can go into a store, see a 3DS or a Wii U and see the same character in the box and be like, I want that. Like, I've seen some people, I'm not going to say too many, I haven't seen too many, but I saw one kid when I was in a video game store want the PlayStation 3 back when it was out because they did a bundle with Angry Birds. He's like, oh my god, I know Angry Birds. And like that could benefit them dramatically, if that makes sense. Like the Wii benefited from all that casual market in terms of sales, at least. The next console could benefit from all the casual sales of the iOS players, and I think that is a market worth tapping into for money.
Sure.
Yeah, it could go well. I think that they have at least a more recognizable brands. I'd want to see the more long-term effect, though, because I imagine in the short run they're going to make way too much money, like at the first couple months. Because people will be like, oh yeah, I remember Mario, and they'll buy it, and let's be fair here, Nintendo fans are kind of crazy and they'll buy a lot of stuff. So I mean, look at Amiibos. So I can see that, that it'll sell a lot. Then I'd want to see more long-term stuff because, Capcom also, they have less recognizable mascots, but they're still like a fairly recognized name, and their forays into the mobile realm were disastrous. Probably they blew all their Monster Hunter profits on it. That's probably why we got Monster Hunter in other countries. They're like, oh crap, plan 2. But so it could go well, but I need to wait and see because I personally I understand why they do this, but I don't like that move because I feel that even though I don't like Nintendo, it felt like they were like the last holdouts, of like way back when God of War added multiplayer. I felt like God of War was one of the last big name single player games, and then I felt like, oh well, there goes that. We lost like a champion, so to speak, of like single player experience because they added multiplayer. And I feel like Nintendo being like, oh, fine, people play, iOS devices. I guess we'll make games on that. And I'm like, no, you were like our last hope. And then I look around for Yoda to say there is another, and he just shakes his head. Yeah, no, Yoda just shakes his head at me and walks away, and I'm like, no, and then I'm no, like, so, we'll see. I don't know if okay, and I killed everything.
Sorry, I thought I was on mute. I was saying, basically, I also see the opposite of what you mentioned with the Kingdom Hearts joke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like you said, Nintendo will bring out games that include mobile ones, and Nintendo fans will be like, "Oh, we'll play that." Yeah, I can also totally see the same Microsoft and Sony fanboys that are always like, "Ugh, Nintendo stuff." being like, oh my god, now I can get Pokemon on my iPhone. And totally giving Nintendo money without realizing you're funding Nintendo. I could totally see that. I mean, it's kind of bad, but I think this day and age, so many people are doing, like, EA's gone that route and stuff. Yeah, I think Capcom made a mistake, though, because I did play some of the Capcom ones. Like, I played one of the Street Fighters they had on the iPhone. That was a terrible, terrible choice. Terrible. But I feel like Nintendo will make games that are designed for that device and what the device can do well, if that makes sense. I don't think Nintendo will just put Mario on there for the sake of a couple of dollars like some of the EA and Capcom ones. Although some of the EA ones have been pretty good.
Well, I also kind of worry about the timing, because I know that it's weird that it's still that a lot of I/O devices and all that stuff are kind of viewed as like cash cows, when it's like that was true a couple years ago, but I feel that that's really cooling down. Not like dying, but I think it's more normalizing, and it feels like Nintendo's jumping in like 4 years too late. So
it's bad. That is also
Nintendo's late on something. Oh,
I know.
So that is also possible. I think with the iOS stuff, they're still, because I still see people playing different games on their phones all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's still there, but the difference is, it's like when people kept saying the Wii is just for casual people. Oh my god, look at this casual game on the Wii. And then after a couple of years, people stopped saying it because we've already done this. We need to move on to other things that people can point out that are clearly the accurate statement. Like, oh my god, nowadays gamers like, oh my god, can you believe this? The Xbox One has this many frame rates, but the PS4 has this many. Or vice versa, depending on which one's beneficial. It's like, who gives a shit? You got the game. It's like when I see people say, oh, I always see people complain about gameplay over graphics. Do they not realize that graphics make a game? It's like, no, they don't. Yes, I'll be honest, if a game looks absolutely 100% terrible, it may hurt the game. However,
boom, Chrono Trigger.
However, a game that's all amazing graphics with absolutely zero gameplay, that's innovative or cool, example Shadows of Mordor, it's just a bad game.
Last of Us.
Last of Us, that's also a bad game. Headset. When I announced that. God, yeah, there's so many games that do that now, and it's like, no.
But sadly, that's what makes money. Like, those sell way too much, which makes me sad.
They do.
Yeah. I just feel that whether or not they could make money off of it, it seems like that there's so many games on there. Yes, theirs will stand out, but I feel that every year it's going to be harder and harder for hit games. Nintendo is almost immune to that because they have like such recognizable stuff that I think their stuff will be at the top, so it'll be kind of skewed in their favor, but I still am kind of leery about this could go really bad for them.
It could.
It has less of a chance than I would say every other company out there, but still.
Yeah, it could go really bad. But the other announcement was the Nintendo NX.
Yep.
Which I believe you had something funny to say about that.
Yeah, okay. So if you remember the whole amiibo list about what was the best-selling amiibo and who dropped the ball, Australia. And Australia gets to be a fuck-up again because EB Games Australia announced that they're taking pre-orders for the NX.
How?
Like, really else? Exactly.
How the fuck are you going to say that?
I don't know.
It doesn't even exist. You just heard that it exists. There is no product. There's nothing. There's nothing you could possibly sell.
I'm hoping with the NX, I'm hoping it's that console that got rumored, or what do you call it, patented. If you saw Nintendo patent a console like last year, I think. Mm-hmm. I believe this was XGR news, but I can't remember if anyone here remembers the console they patented.
I don't remember.
It was basically
the health thing, but I think that was years ago.
Last year I saw a patent they had for like a giant desktop tower console that would have sheer awesome amount of power within it, but would stream directly to the gamepad like the Wii U. and you would take your pad and you'd be able to walk around and go down the street with it like a 3DS. You just put your game onto it to play one game at a time. And I was like, that's a cool concept. It could work. I still want it to hook up to the TV. I'm sorry, that's a must for me, but I'm assuming it will. However, I like the idea of basically the idea they had pitched or patented, whichever one it was from the news like a year ago, was 3DS and Wii U would essentially be gone, and this would be one console that's both a portable gaming system and a regular gaming system equally. Which does seem the next logical step from how they did the Wii U.
Yeah.
As long as that's a good battery life.
They are always one for innovation.
Yeah, I like the concept of it. I don't know what do you think about the concept, Rick?
That could be really cool. I like the idea. Well, I mean, I really like the idea of a more unified thing. Nintendo really needs to get on like cross-buy, but that'd be pretty cool if it had like the power of a home console, but it's like there's basically one set of games, so it's not like you buy Disney Infinity and like, oh, here's the crappy 3DS version. You can get just 3DS or you can get Disney Infinity on there, and it's like, oh, it's now the portable version is the home version. I just have one at a time. That could be awesome.
Yep. I mentioned Nintendo now do cross-buy. Woo!
The March of the Minis game.
Apparently March of the Minis was one, ironically, that wasn't going to be covered as much, but they had another game that if you purchased it, and it was going to be testing for the cross-buy, you purchase that, you get the same game on DS for free, and you get to pick another DS game absolutely free.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that sounded cool.
Yeah, they need to do that with Virtual Console though.
Yeah.
It's like, I have Metroid on my 3DS, and it's like I should have the Wii U version. I mean, if it's digital, you're basically paying for a license anyway.
I wish PS3 had done that more, because there's games on there now that are coming onto the PS4, and it's like, I already bought this. Give it me, or do what you did when the console first launched and let me pay an extra £10.
Yes.
So I can get like the HD version, because I'm sorry, okay, I can understand paying more because more graphical power, fair enough. But don't make me have to pay full price for the entire thing again. No, I don't want to do this. Well, that's one of the reasons I didn't buy like The Wolf Among Us when it came out on PS4. Because I just completed this on PS3. Give it me for free or cheap, or at least cheap.
Yeah. Like, I already bought this. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but with the unified console thing, I thought the idea was interesting when they said it. It's like take the Vita for example. The Vita, like I know Rick plays the Vita. That seems like a great console. I'm not going to knock the Vita. What I will say is Sony's dropped the ball and isn't supporting it.
Mm-hmm.
However, with this, they would have no choice but to support it, because every game would be a support for it, and your console. And I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
And it means like you don't have.
That'd be awesome.
It also means like you don't have to go, like the Transformer games. You don't have to go, which one do I play? Do I play the awesome kick-ass shooter one with the cool, the cool mode where it's like exclamation mode, or whatever you call it, we loved, Rick, or do you play the shitty one that's split into two for no reason, like Pokemon that's on for DS, that plays more like a third-person, crappy, old-school style shooter? Which one do you purchase? It's like you purchased the good one. This way, they're all the good one.
Yep. Yeah, that would be the definite plus for doing that.
Yeah, there's no more, boo, they've hurt Smash Brothers by making a 3DS version at the same time. They should have concentrated on one version. They have one version.
Yeah.
At least I'm hoping that patent and rumor and stuff is what the console is. However, as has been the case with Nintendo before now, I know not to count your cows till they hatch.
Yep.
And that's why I said count your cows till they hatch.
And also, isn't the thing is, isn't 3DS like the best seller? You don't want to completely eliminate that, because assuming this thing does come out, it's probably going to be more expensive than a 3DS. So
Yeah, but here's the thing, Pew. It won't be out. It's not like they're going to show it this year and it's going to be out by Christmas. It's going to be a few years by the time it comes out. And while 3DS is cool now, DS was a big seller before that. There's always something that people have to go towards next to keep the generation alive, for graphical power and to improve the games.
I know, I'm just saying that with their multiple systems, depending on what your how much money you have to spend. But if you just have one thing to spend, what if you don't have enough money for that one thing, but you could afford it a cheaper another thing of that? Then that might people who are playing the 3DS kind of get sandbagged a little bit and buried.
Then they buy a Vita.
I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, that is also possible.
That's the only thing, is that because Nintendo hits because so many consoles, and
but if
they have different price markets.
I would make the case, if you're like, I can't afford the new Nintendo one, but I still want to play Nintendo games, you have your smart device.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think of that.
Which costs more than the system. That's why I didn't say that, because I was like, people forget how. Not like you, but I mean, there are people that like, oh man, I can't afford that, and then they buy a smartphone, and you're like, you know how much the extra that costs?
That is true. With the smartphones, I would make the case with some people. I can understand buying that above a console, because work may constantly phone them, or they need to keep an eye on kids.
Yeah.
Or something. So it's like, okay, you've already got the device because it's a phone. Yeah. But it's some people will be like, no, I don't have enough for this console. I'm gonna buy this brand new golden iPhone. Wait, what?
They actually do have the selfie phone. It's the phone exclusively for selfies and calling, and it's So they'll make a phone for just the smallest little thing. It'll be exactly the same thing except one change, and that's it.
Why would you need a selfie phone? You just get a regular phone and you stick it on a pole like your president did. Because that helped people.
There you go.
Selfie sticks. Why would you buy a selfie? Oh.
Because Tyler Breeze needs something to do.
That is true. And Tyler Breeze would be really at home on the NX. But, I will say that is something I've mentioned in the past with selfies. I don't like them. I know some people here may like them, I'm sorry if you do, but to me, if you're taking a photo and it's like a selfie, and you're like, yay, selfie, some of them, fair enough, but you get some where they do it and they're looking on like they're the most important person in the world with a pose, and you're the most important person in the world who couldn't get someone else to hold your camera for 2 seconds. No one else could stand your company long enough to take a photo.
It's true. That is very true.
But with the system, I'm hoping they do that. I'm also hoping it is like a tower for a PC, the pictures and the picture and the pattern and stuff showed. Because if it is, right. I have a new thought, or a new, I don't know what you would call it, but idea, Rick, or speculation, and for you as well, Pew. Consoles are becoming more and more like PC.
Mm-hmm.
How awesome would it be if Nintendo made a new console and people are like, oh, that's underpowered compared to the PS5 or the PS6, whichever one's out. Let's say 5. It's underpowered compared to the PS5 and the Xbox, let's say 0, 360, 1, and the Xbox 9.10.
Oh, I was gonna say -0. They'll find they'll find something stupid. Even though 0 can't be a negative because it's 0, they'll find a way.
Yeah, which I still stand by the fact I did not like the name Xbox One. The console looks cool. I just don't like that name because that's really cool, the first one. I liked the prototype name for that when everyone was calling it the Next Box. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that was the one I like. Yeah.
It's like I prefer Dolphin to Wii, or whichever one it was. Or Revolution to Wii. Dolphin was GameCube. I liked
it was.
I liked Nintendo Revolution. That would have been an awesome name. And when it comes out, it's Nintendo Wii. Oh, that's what you called it. Cool. Cool story, bro.
He needs more
But-
ponies. No, I'm just messing with you.
But when it comes to that, like I said, imagine it's like the tower's like infrastructure, and they're like, oh, it's underpowered compared to the PS5 because the PS5 has 8 gigabytes of RAM, whereas your console only has 4 gigabytes of RAM or something stupid like that. Because it's like a desktop tower, logically speaking, you might actually be able to go out and purchase additional ROM and slot it in and boost your console's power.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
Thus, they can't be outpowered by the other machines because all they have to do is just go out and let you basically swap parts on it. The only downside would be certain games like PC would require the best parts.
Yeah.
But Nintendo would only require like the lowest like amount or whatever, and then you could have optional higher ones, I guess.
Yeah, they could always do it like, say, like how they did the RAM expansion on the N64, which I'm sorry, that actually helped. But
The little red thing, right?
yeah, but
That's what I had.
it'd be like if you go to the shop right now, you could purchase, say, The Legend of Zelda, and it comes with a brand new, say, RAM slot or a brand new, I don't know, not graphics card because that'll be where it gets outbeat, but it could come like Legend of Zelda packaged with an extra 8 gigabytes of RAM. You're like, cool, take that home, just slot that in your console. That might just be me that thinks that's a cool idea, though.
That'd be cool.
I don't know, part of me thinks that it's like, oh man, well if you have different parts to do it, then Nintendo's would require the lowest, and like, so some companies would require the higher ones, but then less people would have that, so then they'd sell less, and then the companies would make less money, so they would have less of the Nintendo ones, so there'd be less third party, and wait a minute, this solves nothing.
Touche. But yeah, it doesn't solve anything with the third-party support. But I was just thinking it would benefit them if they find a way to do it cheap,
Yeah.
or even if they offered you like a percentage thing, like okay, games are coming out this year, and and a lot of them are gonna require an extra 8 gigabytes of RAM. We're gonna offer it to you for if you go to the Nintendo price, and it saves you money purchasing it through their store, and they let every customer know. I think that'd be really cool.
That would be cool.
I want to see some people be like, yeah, totally going to Nintendo's site to buy this extra stuff, then put it in my PC.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, imagine the branding of Nintendo, the first party support of Nintendo, which is the best first party games. Then imagine the PC upgradability, but with the accessibility of that Nintendo's known for. I think you'd have something unstoppable there that would lead to more third party stuff, and it wouldn't be enough of Wii U where people are like, oh, it's underpowered, we don't give a shit. Because it's slightly less powered than this. It's like, really? That's what you're going with? Well, we want our games to look the best. It's like, okay.
I want it to play the best.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact. For example, people are like, oh my god, did you see what the PS4 has? We're not going to buy a Wii U, because did you see what the PS4 has? You can share your pictures to Facebook and Twitter and stuff. You can on the Wii U. It's one of the built-in features. I've done it before. You can share it to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and more, all with a click of one button. I don't know why that got overlooked.
Because people?
Yeah, because people. It's like, take Richter, for example.
Oh.
Richter's a good-looking chap.
Okay.
Built like a brick house. It looks like he's going to rip your head off and then hug you. This is all completely obscure to what I'm going to, but Richter likes to play Monster Hunter. Richter's sad because a lot of his friends don't want to play Monster Hunter on the 3DS because they don't want to go out and buy a 3DS just to play Monster Hunter. But what if there was one console that was both a 3DS and a regular console, and his friends could buy Monster Hunter on that to play with him? What if he could show his kids Monster Hunter on the TV? Which technically you already could on the Wii U, but you got my point.
That would be cool.
I just hope the smart devices don't make Nintendo do the one thing that's pissing me off with games at the moment. Because Sony's done it, Microsoft's done it, EA's done it, Capcom's done it, Warner Brothers have done it. I hate having to go onto an iOS app to unlock a costume or a level or a character or something within my game. It's like, or like Call of Duty where you have to log on there to do your clans. It's like, fuck off! Put that in the actual fucking game. You had this 2 years back. And I say, no, well, we're pushing it to its limit. We won't be able to do that. It's a new console. You should be able to do that. Or at the very least, if you can't do that, make the app for the fucking console it's on free.
Yeah. There you go.
Because I don't know if that's just me. That annoys me. Where it's like
No,
Injustice. In order to unlock costumes, you have to play the Injustice app game to unlock costumes. It's like I don't want to play the app game.
You wanted the Altair costume.
I wanted to play the game I bought.
Yeah.
Not be forced to like buy two or play another one that is not even like the same game.
Yeah, if I wanted to play a shitty, watered-down version of the actual game I wanted before the actual game came out, I'll stick to Gran Turismo Prologue and Grand Theft Auto and Metal Gear 5. Remember what is it? Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, Ground Zeroes.
I hate Gran Turismo Prologues, and I can't believe people pay that money. People are like, oh my god, but you must go out and buy this game. Have you seen it? It's slightly less than a normal game. Yes, because it's missing 90% of the content of a normal game.
I remember when demos were free.
Yeah, and stuck to the front of magazines.
Yeah.
Huh.
That wasn't a hat. I don't know if anyone else had. I don't know if that was a thing over there.
It was.
Yeah,
That's I think that was before Stacy's time, though.
Yeah, we had that with PS1 and PS2 and stuff like that. But it's like stuck to the front of the box was like stuck to the front of the magazine was a demo disc containing like 6 demos.
I had that. I had Clue on my cereal box, and I actually still had that. Like, 'cause I paid it like 2 years ago. I'm like, hey, this is Clue. This is like the best, funnest version of Clue because it showed you the scary, violent, like scenes of what you theorized happened.
That was a maze on the back of the box, so you could find out whether or not Trix could get his cereal.
No, but like you'd play this thing and actually showed you all the scenes. Like I said, like Scarlet with lead pipe, and it would show her to go, and she'd be like beating the fucking shit out of you with blood splatter with the lead pipe, and it's like shit.
Think about that for a sec, Rick. Think about her description. Now imagine if I'd been accurate. Imagine if you walked in, let's say you were visiting Pew for something. You walk in, you see her, and she's telling you all this, and you're like, cool, can I see? And she turns the box around, and it's just a maze for the Trix rabbit to go around.
It's not, though. It's like a totally awesome, like,
It is.
not live action, but generated version of Clue.
Yeah.
And you have like 8 people doing.
That does sound cool. Yeah, we had it for PS1 and PS2, and then PS3 there was some, but then it's died out fast because you could download them from the store.
Yeah.
But I used to like those, getting the demo discs and be like, oh cool, 6 demos I can try of games, some of which I may not be interested in, but I'll try it because it's on the disc. Whereas nowadays, I will admit, even though it's more accessible to get more some more demos, some less. Even though it's as accessible to get demos now, or more accessible, I'm like, I don't really want to download this. But if it'd been on the disc, I'd have been like, yeah.
Well, some of them are ridiculously huge anyway, so.
Yeah.
It's like, why is that demo 10 gigs? What? That shouldn't be a thing.
You download the whole fucking game, and then you can access like 10% of it and buy the full game and it's already downloaded.
Yeah.
What is Richter hoping for out the next Wii U? Or the next Wii? Or next Nintendo? I hope they don't keep the Wii name. Wii! Wii U! Wii Me! Wii yours together!
Wii Me. Me Wii 3D. What do I want out of it? I like that idea that that they actually patented of being able to like take part of it on the go, because something like Hyrule Warriors, it's fun, but it would also be nice to sometimes, if you're like you have a couple minutes to play it, or, granted that the gamepad kind of acts like this within my house, I'm still a little leery about like going upstairs and seeing if it still will run. But part of me, I think that would be cool if because I have it in my downstairs, but sometimes I'm doing stuff upstairs. It'd be kind of cool if my wife was watching TV upstairs, I could, I would be sure that it would still work instead of this might work if I did it with the Wii U. But it'd be kind of cool if I could just download it on there or whatever, have it on a portable version, go up there, sit on the couch and play it. That would be really awesome.
Yeah, apparently what they said, I think it was a patent. It was either a patent or it was a rumor that someone showed of a patent paper. I assume it was an actual patent, but it seemed cool. Yeah, it seemed a little inaccessible for going on the move because you can only take one game at a time. But
yeah,
to be fair, that's all I used to take with me when I had handheld consoles. If I had when I had my PSP, totally Shin Budokai. All my other games, they were just there. Or when I had the DS, I took Pokemon with me, or I take just New Super Mario Brothers. I'd only take one at a time because I know others might be like, but we want to take all the games. But I'm I kind of like taking my games and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I only play one game at a time.
Yeah, but I assume that what they'll probably do is they might let you download it to a cartridge or a disc or something like that, which in itself might encourage hacking, I am aware, but I could see them allowing I know this sounds outdated, but cartridges or memory cards where you pop them in and you can upload an extra game per cartridge or something and take them with you if you're on holiday.
Well, I'd like that because I wouldn't mind. I rarely use more than one, but I wouldn't mind if you could get maybe two. I think that would be good because I will admit for my DS I a lot of times did put in the you have the GBA game in the bottom and the DS game, so you're like, oh, I have two, and because sometimes you might have a game that's more single player, but you might then run into something. It's I could have. I don't have this game, but if I had on my DS Codename Steam, but I also could have access to Monster Hunter. So if my friend's like, oh hey, you want to play that since we're both here and we have a couple minutes, sure, you could do that, but then it wouldn't be the only one you could take. So I could see two. But I understand it'd be weird if if you could do two, why don't you do 6? And it's okay, calm down. But one makes sense, and I rarely do use more than that. But it'd be cool to, like you said, to have a cartridge or something, so you could just get one extra one or something. Or so you could make it bringing more games with you if you wanted to, but by itself, it's just the one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, I couldn't stop. I don't know why I couldn't stop giggling. Based on you saying if in case I ran into someone or something like that. Part of me was thinking, wait a minute, is Richter literally the real life version of what I'm thinking in my head? In my head, what I was imagining with that is your wife's like, honey, yeah, I need to watch TV now. Can you get off the console? And it's fine. Takes his Pokemon on his 3DS or on the new console, goes outside for a walk, stands in the park and just starts turning around like the Pokemon trainers in the game. Sees someone with a 3DS, just walks into him, duel me! I don't know why that'd be an amazing image.
I am amused by that image. Stacey approves.
Imagine that, but imagine a top-down view of just Richter's pixel head rotating. Duel me!
I should make a Pokemon. Actually, I was gonna say I should make a Pokemon version of myself, but I remember somebody joked that I look like which one was it? The biker or something in one of the Pokemon, the trainers you could fight. It was biker whatever, and it was a bald dude. It was a big bald dude, a leather jacket with ripped off sleeves, and I was like, yeah.
Did you sue him for using your likeness like Lindsay Lohan with GTA 5?
I should have.
That'd be amazing. But no, yeah, like I said, it has possibility to be able to take on the go and stuff. I hope Nintendo in the future, I can't believe, this may sound weird, I want game consoles to be game consoles, But I also understand there's a need for them to be more than just a game console nowadays, like Netflix boxes and stuff. I wish Nintendo would be more open to those. Because it's pretty sad, in my opinion, that in my household I can watch the WWE Network, now available for $9.99, on the PS4, the PS3. I can go and watch it. I know you can watch it on the 360. You can watch it on the Xbox One. There's no WWE Network for just $9.99 on the Wii U games store.
Yeah.
Why? I kind of want to watch it on the Wii U. And that would be perfect as well, especially with WWE, because now the WWE would make money from that. Because if they did like the Netflix thing where you can watch it just on the pad, you could encourage people to want to watch wrestling while someone else is watching something else. Technically, I can watch it on the PC, but I don't like watching stuff on my PC. That might just be me.
Well, admittedly, I don't know. I would rather watch it on other stuff, but the WWE Network on the PC is amazing because it has a rewind 10-second button, which fucking anything that streams video needs. I love that button because sometimes I'm like watching it or whatever, and like your kid's saying something, or sometimes I'm like, it's not necessarily background noise, but I might be like looking at something, and it's like, oh, what an amazing move. I'm like, and I gotta like hope they replay it if I'm watching on something else. Where on the PC it's just like click that button, watch. Oh, that was cool. Like I love that function, especially with like children. It comes up, hey, daddy, blah blah, and you gotta like pause, and you're like,
God damn it! Don't you see him fucking watching wrestling? Go to your room.
I can agree. I think it's either Netflix or Amazon has one of those on the app. Over here, at least one of them does on the app on the Wii U. But yeah, I don't have it on.
Nice.
I don't have that button on the WWE Network when I watch it on the consoles and stuff. I'll admit, but I'll also admit I don't like watching stuff on the PC because what I use as a PC mostly is the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, what I prefer is to just put on the big TV and just be like, yeah. However, that 10-second button is really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
You're not allowed to talk to people anymore, Pew.
Well, I'm saying rewinding stuff.
It's time.
I'm saying rewinding stuff is awesome.
It's time for us all to do an Anastasia laser beam reboxing.
Aww.
Do we have those? That should be a thing. Not her, but like that'd be amazing if they had reboxings. It's a video of a guy backing something back up. I want that now.
Reboxing. Yeah, it's like I made the joke to Marcus that I wanted to make an Easter video of an unegging video. It's like, what do you mean unegging? I'm like, well, they do these eggs for Easter over here called Kinder Surprise. They contain a toy inside them, little ones, little finger-sized toy or thumb-sized toys. Basically, banned in America because over there the kids kept seeing that and thinking, oh, this must also be food. I don't know why, but over here that's been allowed and everyone's had them for years. For Easter, they bring out bigger ones that are like the size of I was about to say a beer can, but I realised your beer cans are smaller than ours. Like the size like an energy drink can or something like that,
okay.
Or like a handheld bottle from Coca-Cola or something. It's like that size, and inside it contains like a Batman figure. And I'm like, oh, I need to buy that. And then make a video of me opening up the chocolate egg, then opening up the plastic egg to take out whatever figure and be like, oh, okay, this is my unegging video. But I don't think an unegging video would work.
That'd be hilarious.
I still need to do my unboxing of a pizza.
Yes.
Yes. It needs to happen.
To me going, open the lid, done. Maybe open up a slicing of it. Let's see what it tastes like. Quite nice. Cheesy.
Perfect balance.
You need to do it with that cheeseburger pizza.
I should. Unboxing cheeseburger pizza. I know what you're thinking. This is just a pizza. No. Look. I'll unbox it. No, it's a pizza. It's also got cheeseburgers going around it. And look on top of the cheeseburgers. They've now added bacon. Well, there's a little mystery of why Mole's fat explained.
I want to see those.
Yeah.
We don't have those over here. I want to try one once. Because that's probably all it'd take, and then I would die.
I'd die.
Die happy man.
It's true.
But I think we've exhausted this topic.
I think so. Yeah, there's some good discussion there on Nintendo's upcoming foray into the iOS
Danger
realm.
zone.
Into the yes, their highway into the danger zone. And what little we know about the NX,
Which is it's called the NX.
Yeah, and that Nintendo's making it.
See,
But you can pre-order it if you're in Australia.
see, now that should be the next box because NX.
Oh.
To be fair, the country of Australia is in the future. How do you know it's not out there soon?
Not that soon.
That is also true.
Yeah. Did they get anything first? I don't.
They got our convicts first.
Yeah, that's true.
I would
History.
say if it's.
Well,
I
and they
would
actually
say,
was that first? Weren't they there first, and then you? I don't think they became convicts on their own. We're pretty sure you're going to become a convict, so we're just going to ship you there anyway. It's preventative. Astounding.
gonna say,
I came what I hate.
Yeah, and that was when the natives to Australia did the first ever worldwide unboxing, which involved opening up a prison cell and removing prisoners.
Well, I was gonna say, with the Australia, you gotta be careful with them because if the next isn't good, they might kill themselves.
Although I do want to see Pew do an unboxing where she gets this box and she goes, "Okay, I'm gonna do an unboxing."
I hate those fucking things. Oh my god.
And then that's the end of the video.
That would be it, because I fucking hate those things so much. I hate those little jack-in-the-box choker things. My friend was chasing me around a store with one, and I hate fucking clowns, and I hate that shit. Oh my god. That would literally be my worst nightmare. A console you have to, like, turn on, but that's what makes the sound. Like, I would torture myself every single time. I'd be like, okay, turn my console on.
I found
You know?
one of those on a shop over here a while back, on like an online shop. I was like, I'm so intrigued by this, and I would so want to buy this just for evil purposes. Basically, it only activates by voice. When you do that, dun, 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 it turns on the voice when you're finished, and nothing pops up. And when someone says the keyword of, I believe the default keyword is open, like, wait, it didn't open. It just pops the fuck out.
See, that's so evil.
That'd be fun. But no, did you want to take it out? Oh, great and hammy one.
Yes. All right, so there you have it. Our opinions and thoughts on Nintendo's upcoming foray into the iOS realm and whatnot. And so I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Hopefully come back next week, hear about some more games that we're playing, some more news, and another topic for you. Thank you very much, and good night.
Yay!